Hi everyone. First of all, I just wanted to thank you for participating in the HMH overview trainings. It was exciting to see everyone, and I'm looking forward to an exciting year with HMH Go Math, and I hope you are too. This fall, we're going to have some trainings, further trainings on Think Central to help you differentiate your instruction. So look forward to finding an announcement about those trainings that'll be coming up. There are so many students that we have with different levels of understanding as we teach concepts. So what I thought I would do today is highlight a little bit of the important things that I think are on Think Central that we may have perused over that you might want to give some special attention to this summer. The first one is the whole idea of the personal math trainer. Remember, it's located in the interactive edition of the text. So what it actually does is teaches the students the concept and then tests them to see how well they understand what was being taught. And you'll be able to get those reports. And as I said, you're going to learn more about that this fall. This is the particular tile you would look for in Think Central to find that. So play around with that a little bit and see how they go about teaching the children some of the concepts that you'll be covering. Another one I'd like you to think about is this one. It's called Go Math Animated Math Models, and it's got the little lady with the hat. It's another great place to look at for differentiated practice. You'll see there's a whole bunch of skills listed, and what it will do is, again, teach the students the concept, have them do the math, then do a little bit of independent practice and give them a quiz. You also will get a report on that. So there's so many wonderful ways for the children to have experiences on their own learning the mathematics that they might be struggling with. The next tile I thought I'd direct your attention to is one called Mega Math, and you can see it looks like that with the two big M's. When you open up that, you get a menu that has all of the different places they can go to learn, and these are like games. In the fraction action one that I have up here for you on the screen, you can see there's a wealth of games and activities that are available for them. And once again, it walks them through it and gives them extra practice in multiple skills and concepts. I know in some of the trainings, the trainer had emphasized the interactive whiteboards, and in others, it was just kind of just brought over. Please remember that we all have our smartboards, and so we actually have interactive whiteboard lessons built in with HMH, and they're fabulously done. You can see they have the Unlock the Problem that we talked about, the whole lesson, and they actually even have the pop-up screens for It's Time for Math Talk now, which we've been talking an awful lot about, so that we know right away on the spot that certain children need help. So this might be a great time over the summer while you're perusing to actually download those whiteboard lessons.
So you don't have to make your own flip charts?
No.
You don't have to meet over the summer at the beach and make flip charts?
No, you don't.
Already
They're built
here.
in.
Okay.
Yes, it's pretty terrific.
That's great.
Okay, the next thing I wanted to point out is the problem of the day. Someone had asked where that was in the training, and the trainer wasn't exactly certain, so we investigated that a little farther and found that they're in the Go Math Lesson Transparencies tile. You will see that they have a few per day on the slide, and they're not quite like the problems of the day that you're used to me talking about, but they are great problems to get them thinking and reviewing skills that they may have already learned. So check that out in the Lesson Transparency section of Think Central. What I wanted to talk to you a little bit about also is the Instructional Focus Guide. I am redoing that. I mentioned that to all of you during the trainings, but I just wanted to reiterate that I have put all of the grade levels, and I'm still working on that now, I have put all of the grade levels in order of the textbook to make it a little bit easier and more user-friendly for you to be able to tear out the pages in the book. In the overview section of the Instructional Focus Guide, please notice that I put in obviously a new document in the scope and sequence so that you can have a quick overview of the whole year and have a paper copy of it. Some of you like that idea of paper copies. Excuse me. And then in grades 3 through 5, I put in the newest test item specifications from DOE. It's the 2016 update, so please look at that. They definitely are different, and you might want to check those out for sure. Okay, the next thing I did, in each quarter, they're still divided into 4 and 5 week chunks in most cases. In some, I had to adapt that a little bit. But notice that in the beginning, I put in purple the HMH Go Math, and I put what chapters we're working in for the particular standards addressed. And then if you happen to have the Ready Maths books, I know some schools do and some schools do not, but if you do, I addressed what lessons and units are available, and that link will direct you directly to the toolbox kit from iReady. But no, that's only for the people with maths. I also highlighted in every grade the actual fluency strand. We're going to be talking a lot about fluency and making sure the children master these fluency standards in each grade. Each grade is a little different, so be sure that you are aware of what yours is and how you can help children truly have meaningful fluency. In the textbook section, there's a textbook support section. Obviously, we don't have Envision anymore, so I updated that to go along with our HMH textbook. Some of the flip charts that were created last year by you as participants at the training and by me, I decided to put here since they kind of went along with our textbook and our series. So you'll find those flip charts here, as well as, again, the chapters in HMH and Ready Maths if you have those. I put a few notes for you to read in that section as well, to just think about making sure that when we're teaching our lessons that we combine things and that we don't teach a number line, for instance, as an example of just one lesson, but throughout the lessons and make sure we show things in multiple ways to our students. The next section that I did update, there's a section called Assessments, as you already know, and we have formative, interim, and summative. In the formative assessment section, I have placed in every grade the prerequisite skills test. I'm recommending that you use that particular one to check the student's understanding of content in the beginning of the year. We want to make sure that they did have a good foundation from the previous year and that they're going to be ready to be able to learn the new concepts that you're going to be teaching this grade. So rather than the beginning of the year test, which tests things that you haven't taught already, I'm recommending that you use the prerequisite skills test. They will have an opportunity to do a beginning of the year type test when they do the diagnostic test through iReady. And I think that will provide you with sufficient data as far as that goes. And lastly, in the summative section of the testing, I placed all of the end of the year chapter tests. As we learned in the training, they're in the chapter resource books, and when you go online and you look in the chapter resource books, it has the vocabulary and has the enrich pages and the reteach pages, and to have to go through all of that and then extract the pages, I thought it was a little bit cumbersome, so I thought I would do that for you. So know that they will be available and in there for you as soon as the new rollout to the Instructional Focus Guide is provided for you before the beginning of the school year. One other thing, in Think Central, we have a tile now called the High Stakes Test Prep. At the training, I had mentioned to you about Smarter Balanced, and you noticed that Smarter Balanced and PARCC tests were in there. Well, they've changed those to be the high stakes assessments. They're very similar, but I think will help you see, and they're actually for all grades, so even if you have friends that teach kindergarten through second grade, remind them that they also have the capability of looking at the high stakes assessments, and that will help have a smooth transition to prepare all the students for the types of questions they will be seeing on the FSA. finally, if you have time this summer and it's a rainy day and you're wondering what to do, you could always go to Think Central, get yourself some popcorn, and look at the professional development videos. This is one way that HMH is providing the training for us this year. Instead of having the trainers come out and train us all during the year, they've put in these videos for us. But you saw little snippets of them at the training, and they really are good. I've seen several of them, and I'm pretty excited that they're actually showing you teachers in the real classroom with real children, and you get to see the kind of questions they ask to get the children to help them understand. So remember, there's two tiles available. There's one for the actual math practices, and then there's a second one for the professional development videos. So enjoy watching those. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Suzanne, and she's going to talk to you all about language arts.